Hello, my favorite people. Molly here. What time is it? It's 5:47. Let me tell you, I am just having a day. Lots and lots of feelings. You know, practicing what I preach, the healing is in the feeling. Never expected to do all of this during a pandemic on top of all of it, right? On top of a pandemic, on top of all of this human rights sadness going on in the world. And so, I read a really, really interesting email from a dear friend of mine, Adrian, who's a wonderful somatic therapist. And somatic is about the therapy that we do in our bodies, because that's really where our bodies hold trauma, is in our bodies hold our trauma. Our brains sort of try to make sense of it, right? But it's in our bodies where where we store our feelings and where we store our memories. And so Adrian wrote this really brilliant email about how necessary it is during this incredibly high stress time to schedule and to have a really high focus on relaxation, about, just tending to your nervous system. You know what I mean? Just really, really tending to your nervous system. And I talk about double wounding, but I'm just having a really hard emotional day. There's nothing wrong per se, like just some stuff going on in my life that is like, sad and hard. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Alicia. That's sad and hard and mostly good, but still sad and hard. So many feelings. So anyway, I was using my skills because I was having so many feelings, and all I wanted to do was plant my face in a bag of microwave popcorn, but we don't do that anymore. So instead, I called one of my best friends in my power circle, Anna, who's a part of the Breaking Up with Sugar group. At the end of the call, she said, what do you need? And I said, I need to go to bed. And I need to just be in bed, and I need to have some downtime, especially given what Adrian was talking about. I'm very tearful today, but you know how I feel about tears? God, I love when I cry, because I know that when I cry, it means I'm not going to eat. So, don't worry about me. Just celebrate my tears with me. It always makes me really happy. And so she said, and I said, but I need to close the kitchen. And she said, Molly, you think that the Close the Kitchen people would want you doing it like that? And I said, of course they wouldn't. They're my tribe and they're my family. And of course they wouldn't. And so she had this great idea, which she says, why don't you close the kitchen early with them? And I said, what a wonderful idea. And so I'm here and I'm closing the kitchen with you. And you know what I want to tell you is I canceled almost my whole day. And I had a whole lot of my afternoon that, I had to tell a lot of my staff that I had to reschedule meetings. And listen, it's a luxurious choice I got to make today. It really is. And it's a luxurious choice that I'm choosing, to close my kitchen and my life a little early tonight. And if that's not your life, I always think about my teacher, Marsha Linehan, and she was taught by Thich Nhat Hanh, and Marsha's a very busy person. And so she says she takes these 1-minute breaks. She takes these 1-minute turns where she just gets really quiet. And if that's what you can do, but I also really want to say, if you can try hard, especially if you have to ask for help, if you can have your partner watch your children, if you can use a little bit of your time off, right, just to get a few hours to just get really calm, right? And that's gosh, one of my favorite ways that we ground is those weighted blankets, or even putting a 5-pound weight or something on your belly to just really get grounded. That's what I was forgetting. And that's what I read in my friend's email today about our nervous systems really need grounding, and they need attention, and they need this time to just chill out. And by the way, the other thing that needs that is our endocrine system, which is where that cortisol comes from. I write about all of this in the book. It's actually so linked to our relationship with sugar. Might be a good reread for you. I don't know, like you can sell relaxing on, its impact on the body, but if I can sell it on like, your weight release and stuff like that, maybe you'll take it more seriously. Just kidding. I'm just saying there's lots and lots of reasons. There's lots and lots of reasons to attend to your nervous system. There's lots of, and especially right now, you guys, like a lot of feelings, And I wanted to say one more thing about this. What was it like? Well, I can't remember. But, oh, right. And the other thing is, this thing that I'm talking about all of the time with us, right? All of the time with us. Because if we're not, hey, Crystal, if we're not prioritizing ourselves, what else is there, right? Like, what else is there? And I mean, I feel a little guilty having done this twice in 2 weeks. And it's like not a function of how much I love you. And it's really not. It's not a function of my commitment to you and to our cause. It's just like literally what I need to do to be the best I can be for you. And it's literally what I need to do to be the best I can be for our cause. And remember the thing about me, I'm you, right? And so if you could imagine how hard all of this is for me, just learning how to set limits and learning how to, back up on my word sometimes and, beg for your mercy. And so here's your homework assignment. Okay. Here's your homework assignment. Because remember we're talking so much about being of service. And so I want you to think tonight love you, Alicia. I want you to think if there's someone that you can call who's in your power circle to close the kitchen with tonight. Is there anyone you can do it with? Is there someone in this Facebook group that you can private message and tell them that you close the kitchen? Is there some other ritual or loving thing you can do for another person to close the kitchen tonight? I want you to leave that for us in the comments. So how are you going to close the kitchen tonight? Are you going to do it on ritual? Are you going to do it in community? Are you going to do it in self-love? Like, how are you going to do that? I want you to leave in the comments. And I want you to leave me in the comments when you close the kitchen. We're just going to do it a little bit virtual tonight, so that I'm going to turn off my phone and probably cry a little bit more, which remember, I celebrate tears. The other reason I celebrate tears, my loves, is like, I didn't cry for the first 30 years of my life because I was stuffing food down my throat instead of crying, right? So every time I cry, I'm like, oh, Molly's having a natural emotion. It's crazy. I just think it's like literally there should be like a ticker tape parade when I start crying. It's just so, because it's authentic, right? And it's real feeling and it's real healing. And so anyway, yeah, I just need a minute. I need a beat. And I'm sorry that happened on a Wednesday because I do love to close the kitchen with you at 8:30. But we'll have to suffice it for closing the kitchen together at 5:55. And then I want you to think about how you're going to close the kitchen for yourself tonight and like who you're going to do it with or what kind of ritual you're going to do. And I want you to leave it in the comments. I think that'll be a really, really fun way for us to stay connected to each other. And, yeah, and I love you. And if nobody has told you that they love you today, please know that I love you so, 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 so much. And I will see you on Fridays Close the Kitchen, and maybe I'll be on live in our group before then. Who knows? But leave it in the comments. I want to hear all about it, my loves. Okay, bye.